everybody, it's Monkeypuzzle, and it's time for more Monkeywrenching the Beast. I've got some more vanilla stuff coming for you very soon on our server, Axis Mundi, our little super hostile training series. But right now, I wanted to do a little bit of this, and I've got these crosshairs stuck on my nose. I can't get it off. No matter which way I turn, that little cross is on my nose, and it itches. Anyway, I want to get back to the Thaumcraft stuff very soon. I've got some tallow golems to make and some mortar jars and all kinds of good stuff, but I thought I'd take a little break from that, not get too redundant, because I did that 2 episodes in a row. And I want to do some work on the grounds of what's kind of our main home base here, even though we spend a lot of time in the quarry over behind me, over there. Well, the warehouse for all the quarries, the glacier warehouse, over that way. But this here, the Savanna Base, is kind of home, and got some stuff going on here. So first off, I went over there and I did the 4th oil well that's in range here. There's many more oil wells to be found out there, but anyway, I wanted to get rid of that pipe that was coming in here. We were doing it old school fashion where we actually had the pipe all the way over there. So got that done, starting to remove the pipe. This was all full of oil for a while. And let's go, I'll show you where I got to. This tank that we made many episodes ago is almost full of fuel that we refined over here. And I don't remember how the mossy cobble got here. I don't think I did that. Somehow that came back when I logged in. But anyway, I'm wondering, this is a side note, but I'm wondering actually if it will spread. I think it does nowadays, right? If I do that, let's do a little test. Oops. And see if we get more mossy cobble. I don't know if it has to touch or not. This doesn't have to be here. This doesn't have anything. Let's see if it spreads. Oh, maybe that was a little bit useful. Anyway, yeah, the refinery and the what are those called? The combustion engines. I had 3 of them going. This is the new way I hooked them up to the aqueous accumulators now. No pipe at all, which there's fewer things to go wrong. Let's see. Let me just clean up a second. I'm gonna clean up and I'll get right back to you. Okay, my neighbors are having a big old party. It sounds fun, so hopefully that's not too loud. Oh, and I put these chunk loaders in this time, which worked really well as far as keeping things from exploding whenever I left. So I think with the aqueous accumulators right next to the combustion engines and the chunk loaders, things are fine as far as blowing up, but I'm still not going to trust it. Here is another example of the setup of the aqueous accumulator. They like to be right between 2 water blocks. They are kind of in the position where the infinite source block, the 3rd one, would be created when you have an infinite spring like this. They are the middle block, and they like that. And then right here, that keeps it nice and full. Sometimes you see this go up and down a little bit while this is being used. But anyway, we're getting away from the combustion engines. I went ahead and emptied all the pipes that were underground, so that see, they're all empty, and now I can take that out. So there's no more fuel in the lines. We have more cactus than we'll ever possibly use. I'm betting, unless we just turn them all into biomass for biofuel. Let me run over there to the oil wells real quick because I want to show you something. I just want to show you a little bit of what I learned about doing oil wells at sea. If I ever did a little tutorial on Feed the Beast, I thought this was one thing I've never seen anywhere else, is how to do this. Because if you just drop the pump down here, it ends up pumping a whole bunch of water, and it gets all mixed up in the line and everything. And this was my first attempt, just dropping gravel all around the sides of where you saw the oil. But turns out the oil goes 2 blocks down when it's on the surface of the water, and I checked that. I built these little glass lookout things to see, and it was oil, oil, water. So if you don't want water in your lines, you gotta drop gravel around somewhere along the outside edge, like put down a lily pad, put one line of gravel down right outside, and then just go around and build a whole little containment around the oil that's 2 blocks deep. And then where the oil actually is, right here, there's going to be a line of it. You can drop 4 gravel on the sides of it, and then that will contain the source blocks. Anyway, I thought that was useful because I didn't know how to do that, and I was having the hardest time with water in my lines before. But back over there, let me see, let's go back. I'll meet you over there. Anyway, with all that done, I had a little fun thing I want to do over here. I want to clean all this up. I'm gonna take out all the cactus, harvest the carrots, take these tanks out, and I've been starting to do some fencing around here, and I'm kind of almost there. I've been defining a bigger perimeter than we've had all the way around. Because I want to make a little animal preserve and just start really like making a little garden out of our base here, just kind of really making it a nice little planted up area, and just trying to define an area that some animals could be in. I want to go to Twilight Forest and grab some deer and some bunnies and some pigs and some boars and any cool creatures I can find that aren't going to kill us. Maybe even some that would try to kill us, and give them little places to be. Yeah, this little animal preserve, make it a little bit more interesting. Oh yeah, I gotta grab some of those ram horn sheep. So, been using the cobblestone fences. Ooh, Chunk, get in there. Cobblestone fences to do the outside perimeter. There you go. And down here, it's kind of low. I thought maybe the fence would get a little mossy. I gotta kind of continue the mossiness, and then I'm kind of counting that the animals aren't going to go out into the water very much. Animals seem to be pretty good about that lately, so hopefully not. And then, of course, where the swamp is, the fence would be mossy again. A little area up here. I was trying to keep it from being too squarish, and I thought animals probably shouldn't go into the farm or the ranch, and then we can have space for a tree farm or something over there. That's the chickens in that hole. And so the cobblestone fence was the outside perimeter, and then areas where we're just trying to keep them from falling, that we're not actually defending from the outside. I was doing a fence. I was experimenting with these metal posts, I think they're called, from Railcraft. I liked that you could dye them. The color is kind of cool. I thought that it kind of matches the savanna. The only problem is, that's very annoying, is that it won't match up with either the cobblestone fences or with the wooden fences or the gates. So as much as I like them, I think I'm going to have to nix these and then put the wooden fences around, like I did over here at the Twilight Forest portal, because we definitely don't want the animals falling back in. And there's a couple other pitfalls over here. Why can't I fly? There we go. That we'll have to fence the animals out from, or at least maybe put glass over the top and make it nice and safe. So I'm going to go ahead and finish that little part, and then I'll bring you back for some more fun stuff. Just moving stuff around, and I thought I'd show you guys this one. I don't have very much space in here, but I just learned if you do Control and Shift together, either the left control and left shift, or right control and right shift. You hold them both, and then you right click. It'll take all of the same item that can fit and put it in your inventory. So that's very cool. Alright, I got all that cleared, and we got a nice clean space to landscape. Somewhat. I had to do some fencing, like I said, so that these pitfalls wouldn't be exposed. Eventually we'll plant all around them and you won't be able to see that. This is going to be an ongoing project. I just wanted to start it with you all so that I can kind of play with it whenever I feel like it. Eventually I want to go to an autumn biome and get all the different colored trees and just kind of place them around and just do a lot of neat landscaping in here. Giving myself permission to let this whole area be sort of something other than the savanna biome, which will all be preserved out there in its intact form. But in here, it's going to become a little magical wonderland, because why not? It's our home. And by the way, while I'm recording this, I got a new hard drive having the partitions copied onto it for our laptop. So pretty soon Nilo Rio is going to be able to jump back in here once again, and the duo will be reunited. Not that we aren't. He's here with me right now, but he just can't play. So that's getting fixed as we speak. There's been something I wanted to play with for a while, and so I'm going to make it right now. Let's go over here to the Glacial Warehouse where most of our materials are. And the thing I want to make is a terraformer. I'm very fascinated by this. I think it's an industrial craft device, and it basically can do any kind of changes, not any kind, but a number of different program changes to the landscape depending on which of these you put in it. These are, I forget what these are called, terraforming blueprints. That's it. So we got to make a generic one which is just like that, no big deal. And then an advanced machine block. So I'm going to get these materials together and we'll make this, and then I got to make some power for it as well. And we're going to make the blueprint that cultivates. Let's see, let's look those up real quick. TF, yeah, these ones. So there's a mushroom one, a flatification, desertification, chilling, irrigation, cultivation, which is the one I want to play with right now, and the empty one. So these are pretty self-explanatory. This will basically turn the whole area into like a mushroom biome type thing. I think it makes mycelium and mushrooms. That flattens things clearly. I think with dirt, that'll turn a landscape into a desert. This will turn it, I don't know if it makes ice or snow, but it's probably some combination. Irrigation gets everything irrigated, so I guess if you use this, you wouldn't have to irrigate your crops. I think low-lying areas get filled with water. And the cultivation fills an area with a random assortment of plants. And I'm not sure how random it is. It'd be great if it brought in like all the different plants that are in the game at this point, including the extra biomes. It may not, but we're going to try it out. Generally, you would put this on a desert and it would turn all the sand into dirt and then grow stuff. But I think if it's already dirt, it will be fine. So I'm going to go get those materials and we'll put that together. So here's the first part. Here's the generic terraforming blueprint. This little guy. There we go. And then we put that up here. And I don't remember exactly. I think it was something like this. There we go. We got our terraformer. This is something to play with here. We'll see how good it is. And then I got to make a bunch of power for it. So I'm going to make a bunch of solar arrays. So let me get that together. So I definitely want to have a lot of other kinds of power besides solar in addition to lava. But right now I just feel like burning some of these resources we have. I've got our auto crafting tables clocking away here, making all kinds of stuff, and we're going to make at least, we'll count them up, I'm making 128 regular solar panels. We'll see how many arrays we get out of that. Okay, I think I got it together. Let's see. I think I've got enough stuff here to make, let me see, we're going to make 2 stacks of batteries. Oh, oh, I need more redstone. Okay, be right back. Okay, I forgot you only get stacks of 16, but we're going to need to do that 4 more times. So let's see if we can do it. Dunk, dunk, dunk. And yep, okay, that's good. So let's put those back up there. And then let's change these plans out. And we're going to make, hopefully we'll get 2 stacks of generators out of this. We've got 2 stacks of furnaces, 2 stacks of machine blocks, and plenty of batteries. There we go. 2 of those. And yeah, let's take those with us over here and put them in here. And there's our solar panel plan. And hopefully this is enough to make 2 stacks of these. I think we've got everything just right. Wow, just burning up those materials. And then we're going to take those over here. And first thing we're going to do is we're going to make some LV transformers. And we got stuff for that. Let's just make a bunch of them. So, interesting. Okay, that only made 40, but that's still way more than we need. Yeah, I know it's all red. And then we're going to make this is going to get us, I think, see the low voltage solar arrays. We're going to get 16 of them, I believe. Let's see what happens. Yep, 16 low voltage solar arrays. And then we want to make we can make 2 medium voltage solar arrays. So let's go ahead and make some more medium voltage transformers. It's way more than we're going to need, but I'm going to make more solar arrays off camera too. It's just a lot of resources. It takes a while just to make these. But we can use them for other things as well. So now we're going to just spread these out. And if the low voltage solar arrays make 8 EU, I believe these make 64 each. So that should make 128 EU total. There you go. Anyway, over here we have one more Terraformer blueprint. Let's grab that. And then this is how you make the cultivation blueprint. And we're ready to put it all together. So let's go over to the Savanna Base and have some fun with this. I've been wanting to play with this for a while. And of course, I'm gonna probably let's let it be with the trapdoors through my head. Let's make it daytime just so we can see what we're doing better. And it's not very elegantly lit up there right now. It's just torches everywhere. Just remember, this is just the raw palette for the landscaping that we're going to do. Come on, chunks. Load in. So let me see. When you come out of the base over here, I want to have a clear space to come over to the nether portal. Just trying to get all these chunks to load in. You got to put some more cicadas around too. Those are cool. But so let's over here off to the side. Let's set up this terraformer. If we get it all loaded up here, let's put it down about here. What do you say? And see what it does. A little further back so it doesn't go past our perimeter. So I don't know what its extent is, how far it goes. I think this is a good spot right here. So might as well eat so I don't starve in front of you, although my quantum helmet wouldn't actually let me starve. So let's lay down our first terraformer. Ba-dang! And so it's going to get power from that. Oh, and let's go grab our MFE, go cannibalize it from where our solar panels used to be. Over here, coming down. And then we're going to do something with this in a little bit. Not today, of course. Let me see, I need a wrench so that I don't kill this. And I'm sure it doesn't have any energy. Nothing to speak of. So let's go ahead and grab that. Okay. And head back out. Okay, so that's there, and so the MFE would go right here with a little dot facing the LV transformer. And then the last thing is I need some cable. So let me see if we got any here. I'm going to throw that together real quick. There you go. Some glass fiber cable. I just use that because it can handle anything and it never loses any power. Well, not never, but not nearly as easily as the other ones. So let's do that, and let's just make it tall enough to be out of our way. And actually, let's just use up all the cable we got, because it might generate some trees or something that might block the light. So let's get it up here, and hopefully we're good. We're not going to blow anything up. And since we're cultivating stuff from nothing, we might as well use solar power, right? It's all solar. So how's that doing? And what did I do wrong? Why is it not accumulating power? It got a little bit somehow.
Maybe it's using it from the cultivator.
The cultivator maybe is using it, but I don't know to do what. But let's put the blueprint in it and see what's happening. Oh! It's working. It's working. We got some cultivated seeds here. We got some roses that weren't there. We've got a pumpkin. So things are happening. Oh, look, we've got some mushrooms. Oh, and a tree. Oh, look at here. We got a whoa, it's got a pretty far radius. We got stuff happening. So this is going to be fun, and it's actually extends quite a distance. So, well, roses, mushroom, nothing too out of the ordinary yet, but at least we'll have a bunch of raw materials here. So I don't think I'm going to leave it all like where it's putting it. I just thought this would be fun to see what it does, and if nothing else, if we cut it all down, we'll have all this different stuff to work with. So yeah, I'm just going to let that go, and I'll give you a progress report in a little bit. Alright, so we're starting to get a little forest here. I'm not sure this is exactly what I want. I was hoping to be a bit more variety, but it looks like it's doing most of the vanilla stuff with some rubber trees. But we'll see. Oh, look, we got a whole little line of flowers here. If nothing else, we'll be rich in flowers by the time this is done. But one last thing to do in this episode, hopefully there'll be just enough time for, is I want to, how about, oh, let's say right here. Let's go get out of the way a little bit. Hopefully this will be alright. Let's make a linking book. So we're going to put that right here. And by the way, when we update, there's a whole bunch of changes in Mistcraft. But for now, we're not going to deal with that. But there's a lot of stuff we're going to have to get into for that. But I'll get into that later. So, okay, we've got a linking book to write there. Let's go to the Twilight Forest and go find some. Oops, I want you to close. And let's go find a couple critters. Now I don't have to do this all on camera, but I just wanted to give you guys a basic idea of what I'm doing. So let's see. We're going to need to make a portal somewhere. Well, I mean, not that portal, but a different kind of portal. The Mistcraft crystal portal. So might as well put it over here where the other portal is. Maybe we'll do it where there's some flat ground. Let's get this lit up. I don't know if I have enough energy in my jetpack right now to do a whole lot. But how about right here? Let's see, get that out of the way. Yeah, this is as good a place as any. I got some crystal. So, and let's see, let's go down on the ground one. Make it nice and wide. Make it easy to get the animals through. And we're going to go up at least 2. Let's go ahead and go up 3. Okay, and then let's get our medium stone out. And this is how you make a receptacle for these things. Pretty sure, yep. And then we'll stick that there, and then that linking book that we just made, we'll stick there. So now we have a way to get critters to our base. Sometimes this thing just does what it wants to do. Now let's go find somebody. Who wants to come? Oh, you do. In fact, you're one of the creatures I want the most. So, G. And we're just gonna take them. I know this is a little ungainly. I'm sorry, but you'll like where we're going, hopefully. And now we've got one of those. And we really only need 2 of each of everybody who's breedable. And I know these guys are. I'm pretty sure they are. At least I know they're attracted to wheat. We figured that out last time. So here we go. You're going back as an elected representative of your kind to the overworld. So now we've got sheep, the ram's horn sheep, or whatever they're called here. Let's go get a couple more example critters. And then, now that I've done this with you, did we light this one up? Let's make sure that's lit so I'm not going to get hassled. Nilo's telling me to get a skeleton druid spawner, but I'll deal with that later. Right now, we're after animals. So I'm going to find somebody else and I'll get back to you. Oh, looky there, we got some ruins or something. I bet if we dug down there we'll find some treasure. But that's not what we're doing right now. We're getting animals. We're trying to stay on track with our mission. Oh, there's somebody. Who's this? I saw somebody here. Oh, yep, here's a boar. Hello, boar. How'd you like to go back with me? And where was it? Oh, by the way, I found a castle over there when I was showing Nilo's mom around here. So maybe we've got a lich over there. We'll see. But that's another episode as well. Come on, Mr. Boar. Or Mrs. Boar. Come on back with us. Oop. Sorry, that's a little awkward. There you go. So you guys get the point. I'm going to find the full complement of creatures that are over here. And so we have them all. And we'll have a nice zoological assortment of... Oh, I heard a bird. Oh, that's not a boar here, but let's see if we can... Oh, a bunny. Let's see, can we grab the bunny? They're pretty fast. Come on, bunny. Gee, we got a bunny. Woohoo! Come on, bunny. It's gonna be good. I'll feed you lots of carrots. Somehow I don't think the bunnies are gonna be breedable, but if they were, that would be super cool. Okay, bunny. You're coming back. So yeah, this is my real easy way to do a zoo. I saw Vintage Beef making his zoo. I thought that was really cool. I had thought of it before I saw that, just for the record. But this way, instead of just having them in cages, we'll kind of be living amongst them. Ooh, look, we got a whole assortment here. I know we need a second boar. There we go. Come on, boar. So we're getting this together pretty quick here. And like I said, I'll continue it in my own time, but I just wanted to show you guys the process here and what we're doing. We're going to need some deer, we're going to need some squirrels, we're going to need all the different kind of birds, and I'm trying to think what other creatures might be in here. I think that might be all of them. We're going to definitely need to find some more torch berries too and have glowworms to light the place up. Because, yeah, it's not very nicely lit up right now. It's just with all those torches all over the place. And I would put wrath lamps everywhere, but I heard wrath lamps actually keep trees from growing. So we have to put those in after all the trees have grown. Anyway, this episode is probably getting pretty long. Let's go ahead and go back and see what things look like over there. Okay, I gotta make a linking book upstairs at some point. I hear them. Ooh, look at this. Hello, creatures. Were you waiting right where the portal came out, waiting for me to come so you could walk around? Yep. So we got our boars and our ram sheep. So just adding some interest to all the regular Minecraft world. I've always been kind of irritated that there weren't more animals, and Mo Creatures was one of my favorite mods that I did play with in the distant past when I actually did play with a few mods, and that would actually be a nice one to add to this if I was going to add anything else, especially because it added fish to the water, and that was really cool. So anyway, we started playing. Like I said, this is just really random over here. But it's definitely working. And we'll be taking that apart and playing with it later. And yeah, the autumn biome trees are what I really want to do over here, among other things. But yeah, you guys get the point. It's going to have some fun landscaping our terrain here and making it into this fantasy park. Okay. Well, anyway, y'all, this has been Monkeypuzzle. Nilo Rio will definitely be with me next time because while I've been recording this, our partition copying is almost finished. I'll put the new hard drive in the laptop, and we'll be back in action without the crunchy hard drive. And yeah, you know, I'm gonna put a whatchamacallit, the feeder, the feed station over here to feed the sheep. And I bet the boars take carrots, so maybe we'll have a feed station for them. And yeah, we'll be in the animal business. Okay, y'all. Monkeypuzzle, signing out. Bye-bye.